there's an error that got inside my case for the phone, protective case, and I wonder how it got there. Okay, so I just want to say that if you are my friend, don't watch this video. If you are my enemy or not my friend, watch the video. For Ranmui, it's going to be a little bit hard to say because it's not certain if he's my friend or if he's not my friend because of sarcasm. But this is not going to be a good video. But in this video, I'm going to answer to, if I have a little bit red in my face, it's because I've got some sunburn. So I'm going to answer voice of Gene concerning Yahweh commanding people to, sorry, not commanding, well, maybe yes, okay, commanding people to eat babies. You know, in the Bible, it says that to the people that reject Jesus, they're going to get a perverted mind. Or they are going, because they reject Jesus, they get a curse. So, basically, I'm going to answer to voice of Gene because he posted a video with this person not understanding how the Bible is more than just a bunch of mythical stories. How would it make sense? Well, let's look at this. Resident Evil, Raccoon City.
J'aimerais bien faire encore avec toi.
Blair? Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. Resident Hood, full. Resident in the hood. Full.
Her name's Lele. Have you seen her?
Her name is Lele, and she's the daughter of the chief of police.
I
God, I can't open it. Where are you going, Leon? From our heads to our toes.
Nah, bitch.
Where am I going with this video? Where am I going? Am I going anywhere? Maybe. When the two become one, pop the color cause it's...
A question we're not wrestling with. Will you or will I? Being on the same team. I'm not. And live a dream as a beat. Just to guess. I open. You come with me. We can walk together through it. Together. I'm not waiting fast. It doesn't depend on whether one is better than another. One is an angel of light. Despite the other being a demon of the night. Full of darkness to caress each other back. There's no shade at the light when the sun's to rise.
Huh? Blue pill or red pill? What are they? The red pill and blue pill finally explained.
This movie got everything all in the trope of the early city of Brendan Curiosity. And this movie got everything all in the trope of the flag of Brendan Curiosity. And this movie got everything all in the trope of the...
Do you remember when I was keeping saying Eugene, and the voice of Gene said that his name is not Eugene, but Eugene? Eugene? Or is it?
Hugh James. Hugh James. Yep.
I watched this video, the starving gangs. Starving gangs like when there is a famine. That's the subject of the video. Voice of Gene was asking, how is it that Yahweh is telling or making people, or I will do this, that people of Israel would eat their own children? The starving gangs. My cousin said that for me it's all a game and it's without consequences. And because I was able to get out of the lawsuit, it gave me a sense of entitlement, giving me courage to speak boldly. Darkened. The strategy to prolong agony, Nolan managed to activate his audience by beating around the bush. Don't own it, so there will not be a physical revenge. So what accomplishment or what anytime would be kept when people would look at what I left behind. I can do this too because it's part of my training. And then I just slow down and I stop. And then I just slow down and I stop and And then I just slow down and I stop and he was telling me, keep going, and he was recording me because they saw that I was coming from very far and they saw me coming from a mile away, trying to outrun the little guy. And I successfully went through the other side of the street without getting hit by a car. And they were very much amazed. The bus driver are starting to dance. In the bus when they see me passing by them. Some of them are clapping their hands, and some of them are buzzing their some are buzzing their horns, some are clapping their hands, some are starting to dance, some are clapping, and some are filming. Buzzing their horns. Some are buzzing their horns. In this movie, they have to kill each other. It's called the starving games. Not because they are hungry, but because they are forced to become angry. They're forced to become angry. They are forced to kill their friends. You don't even show your shadow anymore. You put the camera in an angle to avoid that I would even get a sample of your shadow. You don't want me to see your shadow because it is of a sad countenance. So you don't want to show me your shadow anymore. How is it that you became so shy since we grew together as siblings? Because the current me, you don't recognize anymore. Like I said, you're this, it's all a game, like the starving games. There's also the hungover games. It's pretty much the same thing, but from a different angle. Without consequences for you knowing you will get away with any crime, gave you a sense of entitlement, SMH. And back here, I can still see your little hand with a finger. Well, first you showed me half of you, then you showed me a shoulder, then you showed me a little hand, then you showed me your shadow, and now you completely moved the angle, so I'm left with the agony. Let's see if I can overturn a little bit. Not because I want to win, because if I win, I lose. So rather, I want to overturn. So you can see me as your equal. I said that everything that you accuse me of, you did it too. So if you did it, everything that you accuse me of, then I'm becoming your equal. You cannot look down on me anymore if I am become your equal. Jonathan Nolin is admittedly doing everything in his power to drag this out. My name, shoot the bun and hit overtime. All of this for his enduring pleasure, but mostly to ensure his fame outlast this lifetime. It is made of... Okay, let's stop there. He told everybody that if I would enact it in this lifetime, this testimony you had put out on YouTube would be left there to outlast this lifetime. It is made obvious whose attention seeking and who exactly has been playing victim here. Okay, keep this in the back of your mind because playing victim will come around. My cousin managed to manipulate a flock of sheeple into believing he was a helpless, naive, and militant spirit deserving of pity, encouragement, validation, and excuse for his poor behavior and lacks ethics. When his plan all along was ready to embody Jehovah's rightful vengeance, pretending to be assigned to judge in the Father's name as the uncircumcised reincarnation of Elijah, sent to instill fear in others and make a show out of my destruction, submitting me into shame, inflicting punishment unto death, purely and simply making an example of my sad fate. What a brilliant demonstration. You really should write a book. What a brilliant demonstration of an inflated ego, void of any sense of dignity, displaying profound disrespect for others' valuable time and insulting their intelligence and patience. Well, you change the angle, so I don't see your shadow anymore, so insulting their intelligence and patience, ridiculing good faith. This is further proof of an utterly darkened heart and evil intent driving my cousin to pursue harassing me over a decade simply because I was not willing to give in to his urgent need to quite literally pierce my flesh. Well, I was hoping for a kiss. Jonathan Nolin from Mobile is that. Okay, let's stop here. So you say you're disgusted because of me putting those videos, Resident Evil, shotgun a spider, and you say this is sadistic, you are forever disgusted. Sadistic. Are you accusing me of being sadistic? Even if you're disgusted, my hopes are still very high. Why, you ask? Because you slept with a man that was asking you. I mean, I'm always asking you because there's always a chance that you will say yes because other people did ask you very disgusting things and you did say yes. So I'm trying. Maybe you're going to say yes someday. You slept with a man that was asking you to crush his genitals with a shoe. And I think this is sadistic. You didn't say no. You said yes. How many times? How many times did you crush the other guy's balls with a shoe? And not just any type of shoe, because it was the type of shoe that is making it even more sadistic. A stiletto heel. When I was visiting you at Snake, you looked at me with the biggest smile, as you used to do for the bewitching, and then you told me that you know what man wants and you know how to seduce, and there's no secret man can keep from you. That's what you told me at Snake. You crushed the other guy with stiletto heel. Without you say that's kind of sadistic, be my guest. Go on and just make a video response saying that it was not you who wanted to crush his balls. It's him that asked you to crush his balls, but you still did it. You didn't say, well, this is a little bit too sadistic, I won't do it. No, you did do it. Jonathan Nolin from Beauport. It's not going to be forever Jonathan Nolin from Beauport. Jonathan Nolin from Beauport is a sadistic being. Because I'm showing imagination, fictional, video games, it doesn't even look real anyway. Some people running around, shooting other people, you say it's sadistic. Or maybe punching the animated image in the face, and you call me sadistic. I could never land that punch in real life, but I was a pro in the imagination. In real life, I was not allowed to do the counter punch, but in the imagination, I was allowed to. What you did was not imagination. You did it for real. You call me sadistic, so I guess that I can call you sadistic. So we are equal, except that I did imagination, and you did for real. I am forever disgusted. Well, even if you're disgusted, it doesn't mean no, because you were probably disgusted with the other guy, else you enjoyed it, and you did hit his ball with a stiletto heel. So there was some, I guess, are you saying this was like a massage? Or do you think it was kind of sexual? When I was doing the massage and you said no, it was nothing sexual. Well, would you say that the stiletto heel, sadistic, crushing balls, do you think it was sexual? Do you think it was a massage? Do you think it was what the adults are doing when the men, you know, how did you say about the massage? You said that elegant men would have known better when you were asking me to touch your back because you had a knot in your back and you wanted me to help you with that. And you said that, I don't remember which word you used, but let's say elegant men would have known that it was not going to be anything sexual. Well, what about the stiletto heel attack on the balls? How would you describe this? Do you think that it was something that two consenting adults are doing when they are in perfect love together? Because I don't even remember which guy it was, but I know that you call me sadistic, but you don't look at yourself, and you don't want me to see your shadow anymore. It's too much. Maybe you're afraid that I'm going to go wild in my imagination because I see a little bit of your fingers appearing on the screen, or maybe if you send me a couple of your hair in an envelope at my address. I mean, I don't know. Look what I put on the wall. I bought you more costume for you if you want. Lot of costume. See what I put instead of your pretty face? A reminder that time is ticking. I can hear it ticking in my ear. You're forever disgusted. It never had anything to do with God or establishing a relationship with him. My cousin couldn't fool me. But the guy who was asking you to smash his balls, he could fool you. Danny Lavoie, he also fooled you. When he asked you to ask me for my paycheck, he did fool you. Simon Larouche, he fooled you also, and the other fooled you, and everybody fooled you. Will you admit that everybody fooled you? But when you say that I couldn't fool you, I could have fooled you, but the angel prevented. I was not allowed, I did not get the permission to fool you. Instead of my cousin couldn't fool me, it's more like, because I didn't do it, then you were not fooled. He played Dior, but mostly himself. You know what? I received this morning, time reference, I received a message from my friend Samuel. In response back to a message that I sent to him 4 or 5 months ago. It was back in March that I sent him a message. And now he answered me this morning, and we are in June. So I guess there was a little bit of delay between the time I sent the message and the time he received it. But he sent me a message. But I don't even know if it's him, even if it's coming from the same phone number. He played you all, but most himself by wishing, hoping, and believing many lies. having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the love of God, through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart. Ephesians 4:18. I do appreciate that you use a verse, because even if you would misuse it, it's much better than to not looking at it. Because the more you're going to understand that the only way to shut me is by listening to the voice telling you to look at him. They both have their own, but are either one of them believable? Thank you for humming this song forever and ever. A little guy was running behind me as you showed in this video. It happened almost as you showed it happening in the fiction. There was a little kid behind me running, and there was a little guy in front of me from afar. The little guy in the front was not moving because it was from the lights at the street. When people can cross the street, there's the little guy in white. But there was a real kid behind. So there was the kid behind, and there was the little guy in the front. But I was very far from crossing the street. Some people were afraid for me because some people thought that I was not going to have time to cross the street and I might be hit by a car. People were honking, using their horn. Some people were filming, and some people were clapping. So I did manage to get across the street in time. And don't worry, the kid behind me did not neither get hit by a car trying to outrun me, because it was impossible. A little guy was running behind me, and it was not Chucky. A little guy, because the man-child, Chucky, voodoo puppet, ritual, Hollywood movie, a serial killer put in a little puppet looking like a child. It's called Child's Play. It is by inspiration from looking at the story of the Bible, talking about the man-child. Everything we see happening is from inspiration from the Bible. So how is it that people are saying that they don't believe it, when everything is inspired by it? This should be your new avatar, just a suggestion. A little guy was running behind me, as you show in this video. When they made the sequel of Child's Play, and they called it The Bride of Chucky, this is again to mock from the Bible because of the mariage of the lamb. So there was the man-child as Chucky holding the knife, and then he had his bride, and they are riotous, murderous, and sadistic. They do the pair, a nice pair, if you love evil. A little guy was running behind me as you show in this video. It happened almost. There was a little less of the kid because there was like 200, 300 kids behind. It happened almost as you show it happening in the fiction. This was a true dream coming true, and it was not an illusion. One is believable, the other one is less believable. I lost, she wins. I choose to believe, I changed my mind, she proved herself. I was humming at dry. You see how MacGyver said lol? Guess what? There was the lol from MacGyver came from first, René went to Marianne's page and he left a lol. Then after that, Marianne said, René, did you come here just to leave a lol? You must have been bored from the last 24 hours. Then after, Marianne herself left a lol. So that would make 3 lol. One from MacGyver, one from René, and one from Marianne. She left a lol, which was a link leading toward my best of, one of the best of that she made from all the rent. And do you know what? Jonathan decided to lol. All of us. So over the target. Now we know certain people are pathetic, good guys, lol, here it comes. Lol. Why? Because
You're not supposed to say this.
lol. Did you just go out of your way to come lol me over here on the just laughing at yourself, Mary? So, lol. Then after that, lol. And now, MacGyver left a lol, 100. And then now, empathetic, good guys, lol. And then you got the only. One on over here, one on over there, and an insect in the between. Well, insect here, insect there, on the here, on the there. The devil is lying in the between. That makes the face of a serpent. So what about Yahweh? I will do this, that people are eating their own children. How is this happening? You're talking about I want the attention. You're completely right. You're completely right about that. I was running yesterday and I was getting recorded. There was people in cars. That, of course, I was getting recorded because they are making a movie. They're making a movie of the song. It's going to be a classic. Were recording me with their phone because I was out running the little yacht and they saw me because I was sprinting and they saw me from afar because you know when the little yacht is appearing and you go by 20 seconds to go across the street. Well, they saw me coming from very far and then I started to sprint and then there was someone in a car that was aiming his phone at me because I saw that when I thought that this guy is recording me and he's going to put that on YouTube, you know. And then I just slowed down and I stopped and he was saying, keep going, and he was recording me. This is like the Denver airport murals. All the countries, the children from all the countries, just like on Denver murals. The Denver airport, having a mural displaying children from countries all over the world. All right, so going back to subject, there was a delivery scene in the movie Starving Games. There was some type of drone helicopter bringing some healing type of medicine to this woman here because she had been bitten by killer bees. And they wanted the organizer of the murderous games didn't want her to die too soon, so they sent her some medicine from an helicopter in a box. And strangely enough, footage reveals worst nightmare because the latest news is they are releasing mosquito and they are releasing ticks in boxes. They bring helicopter, they landing box, sometimes bigger crates full of insect to transform the DNA of people that get stung or bitten. So their defensive system go haywire and they become allergic to meat. And there are other transformations that they can do. And it's just like in the Hollywood. So this is a big joke, but they still do it for real. So that's why I said that sarcasm is the way that people are doing their delivery when they want to reveal an uncomfortable truth that they cannot keep to themselves anymore. Because it is of a great suffering to keep to yourself. When you said that you prefer to keep to yourself, I know that this must be of a great suffering. So there are people that are getting hired to go in a city, doing bicycle, and they look like they have a bottle of water. Like when you're doing bicycle, you bring a bottle of water. Seems pretty normal, right? Well, it's not normal. Because it's not water in the bottle. It's ticks and mosquitoes. And they are releasing in the midst of the people the insect. So, footage reveals worst nightmare. Insect-based biological solution to control everything. Biological development of a targeted biological friendly solution. Friendly forced piercing your flesh literally because of a sting or a bite. So were you prophesying again? Or were you trying to figure out my intention? I said that you need to move first before I can move. How close? Time is ticking.
Tip right being reserved in large part for the eastern bring a tick, specifically the Lone Star tip right being reserved in large part for the eastern portion of the country, but just in the path.
Time is ticking. A large tick. What's the range of the tick? A lone star. A lone star. Tick. Am I the lone star tick? I'm alone. You call me a star, and I'm tick.
Last few years has grown in population dramatically, and like
Uncircumcised, but tick. Does it change anything in your decision making?
in the army. Well, it's interesting because I remember, well, it must have been a long time ago, like 10 years ago, I remember seeing all this stuff. And they were talking about these ticks being made, and I remember people were saying they were doing this to pigeons and birds and things like that. So the fact this stuff is happening Doesn't surprise me.
its way further across the nation. And this Lone Star tick just so happens to be the one that has alpha gal and can spread alpha gal. So Bill Gates has been funding the geoengineering case for years. And this rapid increase in alpha gal parallels very nicely with the rapid increase in Bill Gates' investment in Oxitec and the genetic engineering of insects. I have personal suspicions that Bill Gates began funding this tick research before he officially did, but even that time when he officially began funding Oxitec's tick research into Lone Star ticks, alpha gal has grown about 50.
Anytime a billionaire CEO is attached to something, he's funding something, more than likely it's not going to have the people's best interest at heart. I think we've all learned that in the last few years.
500%. That's over 55 times in just the period of 2017 to 2022. Insofar as I can tell, we don't have any accurate contemporary data for the past couple of years, like because it would show you more dramatic increase, but what we do have is enough to know that things are getting absolutely wild. Yeah. Now, this may sound kooky, and you might be thinking, who is this guy on the other side of the screen yapping about ticks? And so I think it's worth letting Bill Gates discuss exactly what this Oxitec company does and he invests in. Because he's such a freak, he actually posts his crap on his YouTube channel and discusses how...
You notice that comments are turned off on the bottom there? Well, you can't really see it, but I'll move my camera. Whoops. Wrong one. Comments are turned off.
Play, connect, and collect. Toys they want, prices you love. Hallmark.ca.
How to swap faces with Animaker AI, whether swapping multiple faces or one face at once. Animaker enables seamless face.
Interesting.
Little science slaves are growing these mosquitoes en masse by the millions, and even specifies how to do various kinds of releases. And as you'll see, which is pretty frightening to think this could be done just by some random dude. They show a video of a guy riding a little moped in the middle of the street, and then he pulls open a plastic bottle, releases these mosquitoes, and then leaves. No one even notices what he was doing. And the video also
World Mosquito Program, that's it.
shows the use of drones for aerial deployment of these mosquitoes into the air, infected with whatever Bill Gates chooses. And that's right, aerial deliveries, just like we are believing.
Yeah, the helicopter video that's a crazy one, to be fair.
They were doing this too in the starving games, hungover games, because they make from Hollywood something that looks like a joke, but actually they really do it. There's never really sarcasm. Sarcasm is an invention. Sarcasm is a lie, because actually they always use this to tell the truth. People who use sarcasm, even though they know the definition, they're still going to use sarcasm to reveal an uncomfortable truth. Not to laugh about the extreme of the nonsense, because the nonsense turned out to be actually the real secret, deep intention.